Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of League of Legends. Let's dive right in. Going back to the sad mummy boy, because he's just broken beyond all belief, I decided to switch up the runes, choosing Aftershock over Conqueror since the rest of the team seemed to have enough damage. This game I was up against a Malphite jungle, which, in my experience, and yes, I've played a little bit, is only good in niche situations, so I wasn't sure how good it'd be. Doing a standard clear of red raptors to wolves, I saw something very nice. Happy that my top wasn't inting for once, I decided to continue my clear, get a scuttle crab, and go gank the bot lane. Xerath gave me the perfect opportunity when he just had to hug the wall, totally oblivious to my presence. Unfortunately, in this scenario, we didn't get any kills and just blew Xerath's flash and Caitlyn's heal, but that's a successful gank in my books. Quickly transitioning my bot lane lead into a dragon, I decided to go back to the bot lane since they just seemed to love overextending. The fight was kind of botched though because I split my focus to Xerath, who we were never going to kill, and yeah, I ended up killing my Trist. Wanting to be a completionist jungler, I went to gank mid lane. After skillfully dodging Cassiopeia's R, Veigar and I split so that she'd have nowhere to run. However, that wiggling tail got me really distracted and I missed my bandage toss. However, Veigar's stun cage is absolutely massive and he deals way too much damage. Returning to mid lane, Veigar got an excellent cage off for my gank. This time I patiently waited with my bandage toss to make sure that it hit. Not wanting Cassiopeia to retaliate, I immediately pressed the winning button so that we could pick up the kill. I then helped him push out his lane so he could back, buy items, and come back stronger for the next Drake. Ready to get my bot lane rolling again with my newly fed Veigar, we headed down to notice Malphite leaving. I tried to warn Veigar, but he got kinda caught. He hit his stun cage and I missed my bandage toss, but it didn't really matter since once I came around, Malphite just ran, and Veigar went ahead and said, We then turned to help our skirmishing bot lane, and even though Caitlyn killed Veigar and I missed my bandage toss, somehow Xerath still flashed, so it was a pretty good win. Wanting to immediately convert our advantage into another Drake, I went to the pit. However, my bot lane had backed and Cassiopeia showed up. Knowing that she would continue to fight the Drake, I wanted to get in there but kinda went and died for no real reason. Angry at my bot lane for not helping me do Drake, I decided to go down there and help them so well that they'd have no choice but come to the next Drake. I patiently waited for any kind of engage, and apparently a Xerath ult would be it. After Rel went in onto Caitlyn, I just walked up and I guess the only thing they really needed was an ego boost from me. So yeah, it worked out in the end. Rel felt bad for me not getting any KP on that last gank, so she decided to turret dive Xerath. Malphite went. And because my winning button is more broken than his winning button, we cleaned up and had money bags for days. Attempting to hold the bot lane turret from Cassiopeia, Caitlyn showing up concerned me. However, Rel said,
You picked the wrong house, fool!
We fought as best as we could, but 2 tanks against 2 damage dealers just isn't good enough. However, with Mord coming out of his top lane kingdom, he ulted to Caitlyn to make sure that she was gonna die. Veigar would eventually get Cassiopeia, but it was gonna take a while. In the end, it was a pretty good fight where we didn't lose too much. Going to the next Drake, I found a bit of an impediment with Xerath and Shaco sitting there. However, I stunned up the Shaco and was able to follow him out of the stun cage. Malphite ulted Veigar, and with Xerath they were able to kill him. I missed my bandage toss on the Malphite, man I'm doing that lately, and didn't succeed in killing him. However, I noticed that Mordekaiser and Rel were fighting up towards the top side of the river. Mordekaiser was able to cheese grate Caitlyn and Rel eventually picked up the kill. Tristan did her best, as well as I, to try and take out the Cassiopeia, but even though I got my ult off, so did she, and it ended up being Tristana's doom. One in Clown Fiesta later, and Veigar's picking up kills as well as getting killed. We returned to the Drake, ready to take it, and after Malphite got ulted by Vigar, I thought that we had it for sure. Simply wanting to take a Cloud Dragon in peace, Shaco decided that we weren't going to be able to do that and TP'd in on a ward we hadn't found. I missed my Bandage Toss, but was able to find him trying to sneak into the backline. I was able to hit a pretty big ult and lock down 3 people, including the 2 main carries. Unfortunately, the follow-up was lackluster since we didn't have a Tristana, and I and Mordekaiser ended up dying. Vigar went in and was able to take out a couple people, as well as Tristana, but then her brain just went. She jumped into the middle of the enemy team. Electing to do the Baron instead of the Dragon at this point in time, we noticed that Mordekaiser was fighting off the bad guys. I hit my Bandage Toss after it came out of the Death Realm in order to secure the kill on Xerath. While we were pushing up the mid lane, I noticed Tristana absolutely clapping Caitlyn, which is a sure sign that you're winning. However, it wasn't much later that I noticed Vigar being chased down by Cassiopeia. Somehow he killed her, and then Malphite went for it. Yeah, that was insane. With my bot lane pushing so darn hard, I was able to take mid lane turret all by myself, just smacking my depressed little head against it. I then continued to push mid lane as bot continued to push bot lane. They would eventually get an inhibitor out of this, and Vigar would even join me in the mid lane so we could take tier 2 mid, and then retreat to the dragon in order to just absolutely decimate the enemy team in terms of objectives. At this point, it was a fairly standard Drake take. Malphite never stood a chance, and even though things got spicy with the Xerath ult, my smite was on point. After Drake it was Baron, and after Baron it was a 4-1 split in order to just push down each lane and make sure that we won this fairly standard. With 4 of us top, we waited for Vigar to push in the mid lane and exert some pressure down there. Turns out we didn't need it, as 4 of us was enough to exert pressure in order to take out the bot lane turret. I sat in the front, threatening a Bandage Toss into an ult, and that was all that was needed in order to take down the inhibitor.
What?
Suddenly, there was a Shaco in the middle of our team, and he got immediately obliterated. After that, Vigar took the mid lane turret, and nothing else happened. Mordekaiser even survived. With 3 inhibs down, we went for the final push. Malphite ulted just to try and get something out, and they did in fact kill Tristana. However, my winning button is still just as powerful as his, and I kinda... just for the Cassiopeia. It was worth in my eyes, we were gonna win anyway. With a Cloud Soul on our side, and just 1 inhibitor in the bot lane to break, the game was practically over. Charging into the bot lane with absolutely no fear, Rel went super deep and got onto Caitlyn, missed the stun on Shaco, and I got a ride on the Caitlyn instead. With Mordekaiser taking the Cassiopeia out of the equation, and just Malphite and Xerath left, it was pretty easy to force them back into the fountain. After that, all Tristana had to do was auto the Nexus, which she did, which was really nice, and that's how you win against a Malphite jungle. With that, thank you all so much for watching. I know I haven't posted in a while, but I've been trying to work on a schedule that will help me push out more videos. I haven't had the time recently to edit a lot, as these videos do take a long time. However, I've got one that should be better, so I should be pushing out more videos. In any case, thank you once again for watching. As a smaller YouTuber, likes and subscriptions really do help out, and go ahead and comment down below if you think there's anything that I could do better with these videos. And as always, see you on the other side.